Hey Royals, this is Mademoiselle Mosley again with a slow jam for you, baby. Look, I'm gonna read it to you like I told you I would. Check this out. I'm gonna show you this Bible verse. And I'm used metaphorically, so it could bring it to a better understanding, hopefully, for you. And it speaks about Matthew 13:24 through 30, when while you were sleeping, the enemy planted the tares amongst the wheat. Now, if you know about the tares in the wheat, is that the tares look just like wheat. So when they grow up together, you can't really tell them apart unless you know what you're looking for. Because within the tare is a little bitty black seed that is not good for you to digest. So that's the difference. So if you try to separate the tares from the wheat, you would actually destroy the wheat because the tare is so small. And when it said the enemy planted it within, it's like they growed up together. It's like some people you grew up with. Y'all grew up together. And to looking at you, you couldn't tell each other apart as far as your mannerism, but it's something inside. There's a tear, there's a small piece inside that's different between you and that person who grew up together, whether it be friends, family, whatever. Let me go on. Let me get a little deep. So, like I said, you're so similar that you can't be told apart. But you got to understand this. Literally what he was speaking of was the tares in the wheat when God was talking about the people in the church and how people come together, metaphorically, and everybody's praising, worshiping, and coming together, and da da da. So in mannerism, you will not be able to tell them apart. But God said there will be a shaking. It's called the threshing floor. It's something that they do after they harvest the wheat. They take it into the mill and they on the threshing floor where it's a violent shaking, and everything. This is the thing about it is though. A violent shaking which is going to separate the tares from the wheat without destroying the wheat, but getting rid of the tares. Because see, what the enemy wants to do is to put something in you that will cause you to not only destroy the people around you, but also destroy the purpose that is within you. And you don't want to do that. So when the enemy planted, it says, while you were sleeping, your enemy went and planted the tares amongst the wheat. And when the season came, when the season sprung up, when the time came to get time for the harvest, that before they even knew that the tare was in, they had grew up together. So you cannot destroy the tare without destroying the wheat. And God is saying that some things in your life is not happening because he cannot allow it to happen until the proper time of the happening. Because if he does it too soon, you won't learn what you need to learn about who you need to learn it about. But there is going to be a separation, a shaking, and a moving. Oh, yes. And God is going to be in charge of that shaking and moving. Not you, me, or anybody else. And he said once he shake and move, once he do what he going to do, it's like chaff in the wind. When you throw it up, all the chaff is going to blow away because it ain't weighted. It don't have no weight to it. Anybody that ain't got no weight to them, and the only weight that you can have to you is God, going to be blown away like the wind. And it's going to be left with the wheat, what he can use. what he can utilize. And he chooses that, not me, you, and nobody else. And we all have grown up in family where there were tares. It's a little black seed. And I ain't talking about the black sheep. No, I'm not talking about that. Because some of the black sheep are the good ones. They're standing for right when there is 5 wrong. And you over here, so they making you feel wrong. And you the only one that's right. Because you're doing right. They just don't want to move in the direction that you moving in. So they're trying to get you to move this way so they don't feel like they out of the way. You feel me? Huh. So, I just say this to you. There's going to be a shaking, a threshing floor. Look it up. When the harvest time, they harvest all the wheat, and if the tares are amongst it, they take it in and they shake it violently. They just shake, 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 and all the tares is sifted. All the wheat falls, and then what is left, they throw it up, and whatever is the wheat is weighted, and whatever ain't weighted, it's going to get blown away like the chaff in the wind. So I hope that helped y'all to understand that we all been around tares. And I pray that y'all the wheat. And that y'all keep on doing what you're doing. Stay blessed. Don't be stressed. And like I always say, get it before it gets you. Like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, I'm out.